Hi everyone, welcome to the Buscor Podcast. This is episode 4 and I am your host Linovuhlukoza. Joining me today is Nelspruit's operations manager, Mr. Philasande Matsebula. Mr. Phila, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, would you like to actually, introduce yourself further, because I know you're an educated person and there's more to you than just saying you are Philasande Matsebula.
No, man. Thank you very much. Yes, I am the Nelspruit operations manager, as you previously mentioned. Name PC Matsebula or Philasande Matsebula, usually go by PC. I'm in the operations and manager for Nelspruit. Like I've seen, what I look after is the Banchi area, the Gazi area, Atsulu, and Barberton area as well. So we have quite an extensive reach on the Nelspruit side. But yeah, I think we'll get more into it as...
Yeah. I didn't know that people are calling you PC.
Nah, usually, you gotta keep the other name private.
I'm gonna start calling you PC. I'm gonna start calling you PC. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a thing.
I've always said say.
And also, there's actually, the PC and not there. See, sorry, it's fine.
Oh, yeah, PC going forward. So, we are going to quickly move forward because, people have concerns, people have questions all the time. Our passengers, actually our loyal passengers, always have concerns and questions as to how things are going on in the company. They need to know information. And this is why I'm here. I represent the passengers. Yeah.
For sure.
So we did go out on our social media platforms and we did ask them to ask, or rather share their concerns with us, which are the concerns that you are going to answer today.
Okay.
We are getting right to it. The first thing that we got on our social media platform is a passenger asking that you explain how buses operate in public holidays. You know why? I know, because I'm a passenger. Yeah, I know. Exactly. You'll explain. On holidays, we don't have enough buses, and some of us go to work as if it's a normal day. For us who work in restaurants and maybe retail. So how do we now have shortage of buses when we are working as if it's a normal day on public holidays?
No, thank you. I think that's a very good question because it's a misconception. When it comes to our public holidays, what we do is we operate as if it's a Saturday, first and foremost. And then depending on our passenger numbers, we add additional buses. Because as you know, we have Monday to Friday duties, Saturday duties, and Sunday duties. Now, with our public holidays, because the volume is never the same, there are some people that come to work and there are some people who just genuinely want to come inside for shopping on public holidays. We try to accommodate them as best as we can. So our Saturday duties give us some flexibility to either add or shift some times around.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. So Saturdays, you look at the demand, the number of people, basically. If I can just say, see Ted, control, we've been waiting for 3 hours, then
Usually 3 hours is a problem because if you're waiting for 3 hours, then someone must be charged. But no, usually how it goes is we speak to either the restaurants, head of 11 more operations, so on and so on.
Yeah.
And then they let us know beforehand. It's like, hey, look, this public holiday, we're going to be having cool shifts. And then they ask us for those times. But we do also extend to everyday passengers.
Yeah.
So for example, we know that starters on the weekends, they work with shifts. So what we try to best do is we take a request and the time and the number of people that are going.
Yeah.
And then we try to fit you on those buses and then we just extend it. So for example, if you are picking half shift on a Saturday and you are at Stelter Spa, wherever, LVCC, and there's another bus that goes to Batalia, we will put you guys all on the same route so you don't have to wait that 3 hours. Yeah.
So how long does it take for you to get to a request? I come as Lindo Wood and I'm coming to you with a request. How long does it take for you to actually do all of the investigate, make sure the bus that goes where fits me here? How long does it take? Because I need to go to work tomorrow.
Okay, we try to encourage people to give us some sufficient time being maybe a week. So what we do is immediately when the requests come in, we download them off our system, as you know, and then we contact the person in question. Try to get specifics for the request because you can only see so much.
Yeah.
And then depending on the viability of buses, then we attend to the request within a week or 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. All right, sorted. Now, the next passenger that came through was asking why some buses do not stop at other bus stations. You know, sometimes it's raining, you know, we don't have bus stations everywhere. So now I'm standing in the rain and here comes the bus. Gone. Why doesn't it wait for me?
To my knowledge, usually when the buses don't stop, it's due to capacity. As everyone knows, passenger safety is like our number one motto. So when it comes to the passenger numbers within the bus, the driver will estimate how many there are. For example, if he's on a trade bus, for example, and he has 136 including the standing, then from there he can't risk it anymore. So if he doesn't stop, it's usually due to capacity on the bus. But in the morning, what happens is there are assigned stops for particular buses. So we do know that, for example, Mpumalanga is one. So you come out the depot straight, you go up, you come back around via Kuku Center, and then that first bus won't stop at that first stop because it still needs to accrue more people as it's still load on the way.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now I understand. Because I was angry the other day. I was at the station. I was at the station. It was raining. And then I'm trying to make this guy stop for me or the bus drive. And then he just passed.
No, yep.
And it was raining.
No, report him. Report him. Because even those ones must be investigated. Because you do, you do have that, it's a human factor. We all have that human factor, you know? So that's why we have policies and procedures in place where when people do get left behind, we follow the process, follow the procedure, review our footage, and then we take it from there.
Okay. So it can be investigated.
Yes, of course.
I'm going to tell you the bus number when we are done here.
Bus number, dates, get me all of it.
Okay. The following passenger asked about the 4:30 p.m. bus at Kuro that is always late or unavailable. Why is that?
I have to probably look at what date he's referencing, but as you know, we do have a new scheduling system up to bus. First of all, I'd like to apologize. I'd like to apologize for that one. We are still working out the kinks here and there, but we are running a little bit smoother, and I'd just like to say thank you to all of our passengers for your patience. So we do appreciate it, and we do appreciate all of you. Yeah, but as far as the Kuro 1:30 I think it was just a slight timing issue in terms of the peak traffic, but we have attended to it now and we fixed it, so we should be good now.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that's good. No, we forgive you, by the way. On behalf of the passengers.
Speak on the behalf.
Yeah, we do forgive. I've been telling you I'm a passenger. I use the bus every day. So it became very challenging when I'd be waiting at the station and then the bus doesn't come, it's not available. And then sometimes it's very late and I'm going to be late at work. Now I'm panicking. I don't want to get a warning or get fired. It was...
That was the 100%.
It's better now.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
You just need to fix here and there.
Please, let me know. Get it done.
Okay. Now, someone else who... We actually, this question... We actually have had more than one person asking this question on our social media platform. Uti, is there chances of Buscor operating in Bushbuck region in the near future? Because a lot of people are please let Buscor come to Bushbuck region.
Okay, first of all, I think the future is bright. Now, with all the innovation that has been happening here and the technology we are adapting to, it does give us room to grow, especially in those areas. So depending on the passenger demand, if we can handle it, and okay, first of all, we can handle it, but also it comes down to the numbers, consumption, hours and stuff like that. But yeah, I think if the demand is there and we can supply it, then for sure, we can extend. But obviously, that's above my pay grade, so yeah.
Why would you say that?
No,
No,
I am your boss, but I've got a boss.
Okay, fine. I panic sometimes when I use my ticket.
Yes, yes.
And then it says you have reached your daily limit. Why is that?
Okay. With the daily limit problem, it's not a first time issue. We do have some people who do come ask these questions within the office. So what we've learned from the past is that with the tickets investigation, okay, first let me explain from the beginning. How the tickets operate is that you've got 2 trips when you come here, and then you've got 2 trips for a local if you go into the Nelspruit suburbs, right? So you've got one to come to town and one to go back home. So now what usually happens is that when people buy these tickets and they share them, someone who is working night shift will clock in with the ticket and then go back in the morning. So now already you've absolved or you've used your 2 morning trips.
Yeah.
And so when you come back in the afternoon, it's going to say reach daily limit because now those trips that were afforded to you were already used up by the second person. Usually when we do our investigation and we find that a ticket has reached a daily limit and that is not the scenario with maybe securities or whoever's working night shift and day shift, it's a matter of misunderstanding. Maybe the person got on at the wrong transfer point, and then it took both of the trips.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So if I heard you correctly, I have 4 basically trips on a ticket per day. Umangsuke Kaya, coming to the terminal. And then from the terminal going to Ilanga Mall or other, and then back.
Yes, ma'am.
Gotcha.
Correction. Matsebula terminals. Kopilom, come back. Matsebula.
Oh, and by the way, there's the big thing that is coming on the 21st.
Soon, come, wait, let's finish. Let's go.
Got excited. I got excited.
Towards the end, towards there.
But you're invited. Anyway, you're moving along. This is a real big problem for us passengers. It happened once upon a time, and a lot of passengers do complain. Would see if I lose my ticket. I bought my ticket, it was 800 rand, and then unfortunately somebody stole my bag. There was my ticket and everything in there. And then I come back, I'm like, guys, I lost my ticket. Can you please transfer my trips to a new, So the passenger here was asking, what are the possibilities of transferring trips from a lost ticket to a new one? Or rather have unused trips if I, follow up. If I bought a weekly ticket, 5 days, and then I go to work 3 times. I use it 3 times. Can these 2 trips be transferred to, can I use them later on? What are the chances of the company moving towards something like that?
Look, I think at the end of the day, everyone knows that we are in an organization that needs to run as a business, and we do run as a business, and that also contributes to our bottom line. Now, the issue with the transferring of tickets or trips or unused trips is that you can't account for every single trip because you need to account for every single person. So to answer you in short, no. Unfortunately, it's not something that we're going to go towards to, because if you put it in the simplest form, right? Me and you can have a ticket, right? You work 3 days, I work 2 days. Yeah. The day I don't feel like paying my share of the ticket, I could just go to wherever and say that, look, this is my card and I don't know whose trips this other person is.
Yeah.
Which requires a whole level of investigation of which that we cannot do for every single person. So I think to keep it safe for everyone, our passengers and ourselves, we try to encourage responsibility of your card because it does work like your ID.
Sometimes, people steal our purses and stuff. It's not like that.
No, I understand. I think it just comes down to the fact that we have a policy and procedure in place like every other workplace that everyone goes to. They know. They've got policy, they've got procedures. If you lose your laminates card, your access key, whatever the case is, then there are repercussions, there are consequences for that. And I think when it comes to this one, it's just a more so a fact of we just want to be more responsible because the future or the direction that I think we are headed in is that our cards should work as basically like your ID.
Yeah.
So for example, if you yourself, you have trips that you want to buy, but you don't want to go the whole week. Yeah. We're going to introduce an app which you should be able to purchase. Exactly. So you see, these type of things take time. So it takes, number one, our employees to learn that, and also teaching our passengers, because going forward in the future, hey, anything can happen, my guy.
Yeah. I'm going to be praying for the app to come sooner.
Testing comes, so don't worry.
Yeah, I am praying. I'm on my knees every day. Every single day.
Oh, that's good.
God is all the time, right? God is good. Okay, now this is another thing that recently created chaos on our Facebook.
Yes, ma'am.
Why now do you guys take our alcohol?
Yeah, that one is a little bit, okay.
Even when I did not open it, you know, because the biggest complaint that we've had is that you are also taking alcohol that I'm going to drink at home.
Okay, when it comes to alcohol consumption, we don't permit alcohol consumption on the grounds because it leads to a lot of dangerous things. Inebriation, intoxication, all of that stuff always leads to some sort of violence. Bear with me, I'm getting there, I apologize. It leads to some sort of violence, someone that is getting hurt, someone that is getting injured. So the safest option when we were banning alcohol is to think of those type of scenarios. When it comes to people who want to consume the alcohol or go home with the alcohol, it does become a little bit of a sticky situation, because you can see a person who's buying something to go home with.
Yeah.
And you can see a person who's buying just a six just to chill
Exactly.
and make a wazzle at the platforms. You see, we are trying to prevent that, but also it's for their own safety, you know, because at any time when someone is intoxicated in the bus, they can do anything to anyone. And if the driver is if our operator is handling the bus, especially with an intoxicated person, and he loses focus, he loses concentration, the other passengers in the bus must suffer.
Yeah, and you know what? This just reminded me of a scenario that I actually experienced on my way home one time. We were at a station waiting for other passengers from I think it was Riverside, right? And then whilst we were waiting in the bus, one person who was actually drinking alcohol in the bus went to the driver and told him to just go and leave the others behind. The driver said, no, we are going to wait for them. He then poured the driver with alcohol, and it was just a mess, you know? That was not nice to see. So I get how basically people getting
Intoxicated.
yeah. It wasn't a nice thing to see, because you know, drivers are still human beings at the end of the day.
Those are my people, Joe. Those are not just drivers. Those are
Those are operators, the people who are keeping the wheels moving.
Yeah, but no, thank you. I really do appreciate it. Did you say something, by the way? Okay.
We'll continue.
No, it's okay. I must speak to someone about that. Come on, you know, wherever you go, you're still a Buscor employee. If you see it, you must say something. I think we should actually put that as a motto on the back of our buses. So if you see something, say something.
Yeah, that'd be nice. And put your number there.
Whose name?
Yours.
What?
How? They should talk to you. Who's the operations manager?
Now, put a system for that. We've got Mr. Lubisi. Mr. Lubisi is in place. He's our public relations officer. He handles...
I want to speak to you directly. I don't want to go through the corners.
No, but you see, like, it's a procedure we must follow.
It'll take too long. But anyway, it's okay. It's okay. Now, what is the difference? This question comes as we had recently a vacancy open for basic drivers. And people wanted to know what is the difference between basic driver program and the driver development program.
That is a very nice question, because there is a significant difference. So now, when it comes to our basic drivers, right, there are some requirements that you need. Basically, you need a 4 years or older PRDP license. Number one, you need at least 4 years experience operating a heavy-duty vehicle. So our basic driver program is basically people who have the experience, who have the knowledge, and then we just put them through the paces of our own training program, and then we hire them that way.
So they train first.
Yes, we don't just take anyone off the street. You still need to go past the test. You still need to go past.
Being driver my truck.
No.
Same thing.
No, it's not.
Mangfea yangera ya hola same time.
If only life was as simple. No. The reason for the training and the reason for the testing is because, like we said, everyone knows what our motto is. It's on whatever our color is. Passenger safety, no one motto. So we always want to make sure that the person we're putting behind the wheel, number one, knows how to be a defensive driver and knows how to think for all other passengers on the road. Because remember, when it comes to our operators, they're not just driving. They're driving, they're dealing with cash, they're dealing with passengers, they're answering questions, they're doing all of this. So all of that training, you need to see if someone can actually handle that, right? And usually when it comes to the basic drivers, it's just freshening up those type of skills, making sure that you reach the standard. Now, with our driver development program, which takes a year, and you can really actually correct the others, right? So with our driver development program, so we take someone who basically has nothing in his tongue from scratch, and we build from the get-go. So that person takes about a year, and you basically need some sort of background into knowledge of operations. Right. I think even if you've driven a small vehicle for deliveries and stuff like that, you know routes, there's some of the stuff that kind of helps, because then you understand the jargon, you understand the communication.
Yeah.
Basic difference between DDP basic drivers is the level of training that goes into it and the time required to train the person. Okay. But anyone can apply.
I'll apply.
You'll apply. You. So, see.
Ndo apply and then ndo shock.
By the way, no.
Yeah. So some drive by arts.
Fun fact. Actually, the buyout is actually one of the. It requires more concentration, but it's one of the easier buses to drive, according to my operators.
Really?
Yeah, because you got to think about the turn. So with them, they always tell me is like when you turn, you got to think the 2 times when you're using the train bus, especially when you're reversing. Left is right and right is left. But when you're using the buyouts, right is still right, left is still left. So, interesting fact. But I could be wrong, please. Anyone out there, comments, tell me I'm wrong and let me know. How would you mean how?
So peace and operations managed.
Hey, you don't know. People are out here, tak. Everyone knows. You know people that know everything.
I know that. I know that. But those are not drive by arts. Try to tell.
Seeing is belief.
I know what. The column is born one day.
No.
You try to drive through a McDonald's. You buy arts.
If you ever.
You don't touch on that,
Me?
You know what you see.
Yeah, I'm not a nice guy, but you will lose your job that day. I'm really.
But you're a nice guy.
I still got a job to do.
We're almost done, eh? We'll talk about that later on. What are the new improvements or innovations can passenger look forward to?
Okay, I've already mentioned a couple of them. One that we're looking forward to is the app.
Yeah.
Right? The other ones, unfortunately, I cannot go into them because I'm still looking into them myself. But yeah, the one thing that they can look into is the app. So what we are trying to do with that app basically is that any person, any passenger, any customer standing at any bus stop should be able to see the next bus coming.
Oh, like
You should be able to track.
I can check a bus.
Yeah, so you should be able to track it from your phone. So you know that every single day this bus is supposed to be here at 5:15. But for some reason, every payday, that one guy, wow. So that thing is going to help you.
Yeah, break shake.
Yeah, so that's going to help you back up your statements because, I mean, if you can see the buses coming, it makes your life easier. Number one, also purchasing. That's why we want our passengers to kind of look after their tickets and their cars because we want them to be able to purchase all of the trips from their phone.
Yeah.
So that way their life becomes easier, they handle it better. And then replacements of those trips that you were commenting on earlier on, really be a problem because you know why? Because now the card belongs to me, it's in my name.
Yeah, imagine now you're talking my language.
We'll see, but we'll see. Like I said, we'll say about higher ups that must approve, so we're working on it.
Oh yeah, and you know what? Like, you maybe probably don't wanna get too much into it, but it's Sibona electric bus.
Hey, awesome. The electric bus.
Sibona electric bus.
The electric bus. Okay, so the electric bus is something that we're testing at the moment because obviously, diesel is expensive. Petrol is expensive.
Yeah.
Electricity is one of the innovations that we're going forward with, right? So what we're doing right now with the electric bus is basically testing it on different routes, see what it can sustain.
Yeah.
For the time being, we are in the Nelspruit suburbs,
Okay.
right? So we'll go on a 2x basis, and then we'll give it to White River Division and then Mpumalanga Division. So as soon as it's done here with the Nelspruit suburbs, so you will be seeing it at Edigas, you will be seeing in Katanchi, in Matsebula, and hopefully Barbatik. So we're not adding the bus, it's not an addition, it's just a testing of a new innovation of the company.
That if it works out, then what's the word?
Yeah, depending on the final reports and they say, then yeah.
Okay. We are actually done. I just want you to, in closure, what would you like to say to your passengers?
Oh, yeah. Too many words, but I'll try to summarize. I would like to, number one, thank all of our passengers for their patience and their understanding in our operation adjustments that we went through. And secondly, I would like to say that you guys are awesome, even when it comes to not just the customer complaints, but the complaints is not the only thing that we receive at our side operations. Like, we've had passengers that come through with gifts, especially for drivers that have been here for long and kak. So we just want to thank you guys, because as much as you appreciate us, we appreciate you, and we look forward to working with you guys going forward in the future, and hopefully you like all the surprises we have for you.
Yeah. You're welcome also. And I'm passenger.
You got to pick a side.
I'm a passenger first. Ready? Yeah, so you're welcome and thank you. And
I'm welcome, inviting me.
yeah, thank you for the gift in advance. Thanks. Yeah, thank you for the gifts.
Oh yeah, sorry, before we close, I do want to say something. This year we've been working with a very, very tight schedule and a very strict team. So not only my passengers, I want to say thank you, but I want to say thank you to all of our bus operators, our dispatchers, senior ops officers, all of our assistant ops, every single staff that has been working with us with all of these schedule adjustments and everything. You guys have been rock solid, amazing. So I just want to give my thanks to you at the behalf of management as well. We appreciate you. I appreciate you guys 100%.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys. We are safe because of you. Well, this was nice. This was episode 4. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for making the time. Also, I know that you're a very, very busy person.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I think my uncle always tell me that in life you gotta make time for things. Even if there's no time, you gotta make time.
Yeah.
Sleep what you did.
So thank you to your uncle also. This was an amazing show. I hope that you got all the information that you needed. Please subscribe, follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. Hey, we are everywhere on Twitter. It's X now, not Twitter. On X, we also have TikTok. Peace out.